an unassuming, hard-working man. The late Himble Benjamin de Freitas, described by many who knew him as a quiet man of few words, joined the field workers at the Argyle International Airport on the 2nd of June 2009, 1 year after the start of construction of the airport. His task as part of the Chateauyear Che contingent was to work on the earthworks component of the project as a heavy equipment operator. His dedication and diligence made him one of the finest bulldozer operators on the site. More than anything, Himble wanted to see the completion of the Argyle International Airport and made it his business to contribute financially to its development. On the 11th of October 2009, when the late head of the workforce, Jose Mena, declared a volunteer day, Himble volunteered his services for that day by donating the day's wage to the Argyle Airport Contributory Fund. His former colleagues are going to miss this quiet, gentle, yet giant of a worker. Here is how some of them remember him.
On behalf of my family and the finance staff at the International Airport Development Company, we'd like to extend our sympathy to his family in the time of bereavement. I've known Himble for over 15 years. We were co-workers at Cable and Wireless. He later joined me at the IADC, where he remained until his departure on the 15th of March 2011. He was a very pleasant and quiet person who was easy to get along with. He will be remembered for the way he lived and his quiet example. He will be sadly missed by us all at the IADC. May he rest in peace.
On behalf of my family, friends, to Kimball and family, everybody knows me as Skip. As a worker, good worker, as a friend, I've known him a long time. My condolences to him.
Kimball was a cool guy. Me and he work three company now, funding scheme, Jesco, Cable and Wireless, then we come IADC. And we never had a problem because he always be a cool guy. Even if you never say nothing to him, he will never speak to you. Always say cool and self, you know. So we lost a good guy. Cannot no trouble he. But as a man who come from the grassroots, he always had love for everybody. May he rest in peace.
I know Kimball quite some time now. We grew up together almost at Canary. We worked together at Public Works. He works funding scheme, then he left and go to Cable and Wireless. Come back to Jesco, work at Raboka, and then at the airport down here. I know him to be a rowdy guy, always cool, quiet. May his soul rest in peace, and my sympathy go out to his family and so forth. So, all the best.
Mi nombre es Ramon Diaz Hernandez.
My name is Ramon Diaz Hernandez, and I'm a site supervisor. The Fuentes worked a long time with me. He was a very good friend of the Cubans. He was a very good bulldozer operator. He always liked to walk on the hills where the work is more dangerous. He was a very quiet guy. He didn't speak much. He dedicated all of his time to work and did the work with very good discipline. He was a very disciplined worker.
Bueno, mi nombre es Gemima Morales Fuentes.
My name is Gemima Morales Fuentes, and I am head of the Earthworks group. And I started with the new group of workers that started now in this year. I didn't have much time to get a good relation with the Freitas. But from the first day of work, I noticed that he was a very disciplined worker, a very hard worker. But then a few days after that, he got sick and went to the hospital. But I have a good concept of him and the way he worked. So I want to extend the deepest sympathies from me and my family.
En este año, el contingente de la construcción Chateauyear Che ha tenido.
In this year, the Chateauyear Che contingent has had two regrettable losses. The first was in the month of February, where the old head of the contingent died in Cuba from a sickness that he was suffering from a while.
Enfermedad que comenzó a padecer y en segundo lugar.
And second was the death of De Freitas, which surprised all of us. De Freitas was a very good walker. We always use De Freitas where we had the hardest task to do, because he didn't like the easier task. He preferred to walk on the hills and in the areas where we have the hard rocks, and the areas where the walk is more difficult.
Nunca le gustaba, ¿no?
He liked to walk in these conditions with his heavy equipment on the more dangerous areas. So we are very sorry for his loss, and we want to extend to his family and friends our deepest sympathy from the workers of the contingent, contingency, and the Cubans on the site.
Over the 20 months or so that he worked at IADC, that is from June 2009 to February of this year, he was considered to be one of our best bulldozer operators. We will all miss him. During that time, though, he made a sterling contribution to the development of this project, and indeed to the advancement of our blessed country. He, like many of us, made his contribution and we may not benefit from it, but we are in this endeavor to develop our country for our children and their children, for all posterity. And Himbal De Freitas did his part in this enterprise, for which we are extremely grateful. May God bless his soul. I want, on behalf of all of the staff and the board members of the International Airport Development Company, to express our deepest condolences to the close family and friends of Himbal De Freitas. May his soul rest in peace.
Born the 23rd of August 1954, Himbal Benjamin De Freitas would be missed by all who knew him, and particularly the field workers and the supervisors at the Argyle International Airport site. We pray that God will comfort you in this time of bereavement. May his soul rest in eternal peace.